All right. Good morning. It is it is only Wednesday. I think I might have guessed at 10:15. By the time they responded to me and I saw it, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I responded, so I'm not sure, but I might have guessed at 10:15. And I'll tell you about it in a bit. But welcome to Love Babz Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. A good ass mood this morning. But I'm in a good mood every morning, pretty much. Like not too much brings me down. As you get this age, you just can't be bothered with people's foolishness. I'm all right. I'm gonna be all right. I just feel like, I'm gonna be all right. That's all I'm gonna say. I had a good lunch with my good friend Bobby Miller yesterday. Thank you, Bobby. It was lovely to see you. She looked radiant, and it was nice to talk to her. And I'll see her over the Thanksgiving holiday because Jill, her daughter, will be in town. I know her other kids too. They'll be in town, so I'll run by the house and hang out with them a little bit. Uh, uh, you know. So it was just wonderful. So I can't complain. I got up this morning and I was tired. Yesterday though, yesterday felt like a whole week in one day. I don't know what it was. I think because I went to the gym. I mean, I go to the gym every day. I went to the gym yesterday. I had lunch. I think the night before, hanging out with Susan Clinton and Terry and their friends. I think, and drinking copious amounts of wine, but eating well. It was just, it's, you know what? It's just been a good gala season, a good party season, and it's not even full on party season. Do you know what I mean? So, so anyway, so all is well. All is a, all is as it should be. You know, you know. So anyway, um, I, I guess at some point I might start talking about the incoming Trump administration. I don't want to bring anybody down, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it until this. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the conversations until confirmation because I really don't want to talk about these people. I don't want to talk about this next season of American foolishness. I just, I was watching my feed and I seen all the cabinet pics, and I'm thinking to myself, this looks like this looks like this is like you know how they do those reality show reboots where they bring all the other contestants from other reality shows and they make one massive reality show. This is what this Trump cabinet pick feels like. It feels like he's picking out, like, you know how they bring all the people from like Survivor and all the other stuff and all the other stuff, and you're like, okay, all the people from other shows, and they just make one big show. This is what this feels like. Ah, this is what this feels like. So I'm just gonna let it play out and just hold my tongue as best I can. Oh God. I mean, one could say this is the cabinet of sexual the sexual misconduct cabinet. One could say, I mean, ah, America, this is what you voted for, baby. If I was Kamala and I'm not, but if I was, I'd be like, you know what? This vote was mighty close. Let's let's spend the money and recount this over. Let's count this again. Let's for just for like I would just recount this. I would just raise some money and be like, what we gotta do? We gotta raise some money to okay, we gonna recount. Cause nothing ain't sealed yet. I, oh, oh Lord have mercy. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna talk about the Tyson fight because I don't care enough about I'm not. I don't care enough about it. It's not a title fight. It's a money grab. It's fine. And however way people line their purses is their business. I don't got no dog in that fight. I'm not related to him. I'm not married to him. I'm not benefited from any of it. I fine. He wasn't hurt. Nobody was hurt. They got in there, they danced a little bit, got paid, and that was it. That's not, there's no other, I don't, there's nothing else to talk about. So I tell you who's having a good time though. Russell Wilson over at the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's having a really good game, good games. And can't nobody be mad at Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't be mad. Can't be mad. So anyway, all is well. We gonna do what uh we gonna do what we do. We gonna do what we do. And Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. And I'm ready. As ready as I'm gonna be, you know. I feel very joyous. I don't know why. I guess because I like the life that I'm living. I got some challenges, don't get me wrong. But these challenges, I think the other day I was in this place of, when I was having my conversations with the creator in the universe, then I was like, gosh, well, every time I get a good flow, something it disrupts it. And then I realized I need to change my thinking. Who am I to not have disruption? Nobody. This life doesn't guarantee you a undisrupted life. Disruptions are a part of life. And you know enough now that when disruptions show up, you handle them. You don't let them pull you out your bag. You don't let them, drive you crazy or any of that stuff. You you move accordingly in the world, based on what you've learned. And I've learned a lot. You know, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot. So so that's where we are, you know. That's where we are. In a place of love and happiness. Do, do. And there's enough to talk about, that I don't gotta be in a woe is me. I'm excited about Christmas. Uh, I'm excited for let's see, what else am I excited about? Oh, all kinds of things. Uh, that just cracked me up. Somebody sent me something that was hella funny. Hella funny. Hella funny. Uh, Oh, my friend Denise Gambrell, did she just call me? Oh, today's her birthday. Oh Lord. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna deal with that. Uh, sorry, my head is itchy. 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 Okay, I'm gonna call Denise back. But this is her birthday. I think today's her birthday. Lord. Oh, happy birthday, Dobie Hall. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Paula Smith Rice. That's lovely. Oh no, it's not Denise's birthday. It's coming up though. I think it's coming. 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 Prepare the way of the Lord. So let me say one more thing about the who's not gotten a cabinet pick yet. None of them Negroes that supported Donald Trump, not near one of them. Not Ben Carson, not Mark Robinson, not Tim Scott, not Herschel Walker, not Brian Donalds, not Daniel Cameron, and not that wretched Candace Owens. Not near one of them got picked. Ah, I don't. You get what you get. You get what you get. Maybe they got door holders. Maybe they could be you know how you go to fancy hotels, you have the folks at the door in those in like, fancy uniforms. Maybe one of them could do that at the White House. Maybe all of them rotate it out. I know, like, they work so hard to be seen, to only be unseen. They work so hard to be seen only to have not been seen. Like, come on. I'm gonna leave it alone. What do I know? I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. I know this. You ain't getting no cabinet seat. So, hey, what does that tell you? What we've been telling you the whole time. You black Republicans are just I don't even feel sorry for you. I just feel like how do you not know what is going on? Like this is the moment. This is the vibe. This is what it's always been. Like that for forever and ever and ever with these people. I'll leave it alone. Let me pick up my black liturgies. See what prayer I can offer up today. Let me offer up a prayer. Advent is coming. I'm getting ready for Advent. This is gonna be a really good holiday season. You know, it's already feeling like, because I think people they need some good cheer. And I feel like uh people need some goodness, you know. And I'm all about that joy. I know we people are talking about it. And when it first talked about it, everybody was all excited, but now I'm starting to sort of see analysis around anti-joy kind of stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you have to be anti-joy? Like, what do you have to be? I don't know, what do you have to be? You know. I don't know. So there's a contemplation in the Black liturgies under the joy chapter that I think that I want to read out loud so people can just sort of settle it in their spirits. Because I think sometimes when you read stuff, it's wonderful and you ingest it, but when you hear it, it just kind of pours over you. So it's under I want people to just think about this. Just think about it. Just think about this is the benediction for all the joy stuff. Benediction is the end, the end of the prayer and all of that. So if you have the book, you can get to it. But before you get to the benediction, there's forgiveness. But I'm not going to have a conversation on forgiveness. I'm going to have a conversation on um, this benediction. I want you to hear it, and then I want you to think about it, and then we'll move on from it. Because, uh, uh, yeah. Uh, how do you how do you distinguish joy and happiness in you? What helps you access each? What has your experience been with toxic positivity? When have you been tempted to perpetuate it? Explore a time when you felt a deep inner peace. Are you prone to searching for peace or letting it find you? Why do you think this is? Where or how do you experience joy in your body? What do you notice? What role does humor play in your relationships? How can you pursue levity as a virtue? And these are very these are not hard questions, but they are questions that will turn yourself inward, to meditate on, to think about, to hold up, to revere a little bit. So I think that's what I want to put out there today. Where do you notice joy in your body? And and if you cannot answer that, give yourself some grace and some time to sit with that and notice where joy is. And I know there are people like, well, what is joy? What is Listen, that means you got a whole hell of a lot of work to do. If you're looking for me uh to find joy for you, you know. I mean, you can start with a basic definition and then see where it fits in your life. Do you know what I mean? Like that's anything. That's anything. That's anything, you know. And there's all kinds of ways. The Bible talks about joy, all kinds of ways to figure out what joy is. A feeling of great pleasure or happiness that comes from success, good fortune, or a sense of well-being, gladness. Gladness. Don't you just love that word? Gladness. I like that. Gladness. Yeah. And then in the Bible, most would agree, a feeling of good pleasure and happiness that is dependent on who Jesus is rather than on who we are or what is happening around us. That's it. And you can have spiritual joy, a deep cheerfulness and gladness of the heart. You know, uh, three types of joys: the emotional state, the disposition or trait, and the spiritual fruit. So you start with some of that and then go seek it. Go see what's true. Go see what's real, what's authentic in your own life. That's what that's what I would invite. I would invite that, you know. I would invite that. So anyway, joy. Joy. Where does it show up? And where do you perpetuate it, you know? And how do you choose it? Do you go look for it? Does it show up? Do you chase it? You know, it's like peace too. Like what constitutes peace, So it's all these words that, we have some understanding of, some awareness of, but it we need to sit and take a deeper dive in what joy is, what peace is, what it means to you, and how you show up in it and how it shows up in you. You know, I pride myself on being a peaceful person. I pride myself on being a kind person. And I pride myself on being a joyful person. You know, I want to be the kind of person that when I show up, people are glad to see me. Not in a false, fake way, but in a real, authentic way. That I want people to be glad that I am in space with them, in communion with them, that I show up for them and with them. I want to be that kind of person. You know, I was talking to my good friend Benita this morning, and she said something that really clicked with me. You know, because I'm struggling with the landlord who is being, you know, an asshole. But when she what she said was that person wanted to be a hero, and for a minute they were, and now you don't need them to be the hero, so now they want to be the villain. I'm paraphrasing. I added the villain part. I'm adding the villain part. And I thought, yeah, because that explains the inexplicable of why this this gentleman's agreement has turned sour on their part, not my part. You know, that somebody set themselves up to want to be the hero, wanted to be cast and seen as the hero, you know. And I think when people do that, they think that their life is better than your life. And let me just listen, let me help the wretched. And then when you surpass whatever they imagined for your life, they don't like it. And they feel uh out of the way, and they feel like how could you do this, how could you create all this joy and this camaraderie and friendships, you know, when you were just, you know, in a bad space? How did you climb up out of that? That's for me, that is really at the heart of this narrative. This is at the heart of this. It's not a conflict on my part, but it is a conflict that I'm a part of. I had to think about this. I've been thinking about this for quite some time because I got this really mean-spirited email text this morning, and I thought it takes a lot of energy. I mean, it really takes a lot of energy to be that kind of an asshole and just continue with it. And I don't know what I never want to know what that's like. I never want to know what it's like. And I've been an asshole to people. I've been, you know, but I've not been a continuous, you know, person like that. I've not been, you know, mean-spirited like that. And all you could do for that is just pray that they find some peace and some love and happiness in their own lives, you know, because they get something out of that level of misery, you know. And I don't have it in me to be miserable, you know. I just don't have it in me. And I'm not going to be. And in it, whatever it cost me, it's very little in terms of how how I just will not be held hostage or brought to heel because somebody feels some kind of way about the brightness of my light. That's it. So, so I had a good conversation this morning. It wasn't always about that, but it was about a whole bunch of other things. But that stayed in my mind that people want to help you because they want to be the hero in your story. And then when they no longer can, you know, you being a hero in somebody's story has a short shelf life, you know. Uh uh a short shelf life. And and that's it. That's the way of the world. That's it. So anyway, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry, I was reading something and it caught my attention and it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, yeah. All shall be well. So, anyway, that was a good conversation this morning, and it was a very centering, grounding conversation to have. And I'm already resigned and feel fine, you know. Nothing happens in minutes, so it'll be what it'll be, and I'll be just fine. Um, I didn't get this far in this life to be shut down now. I just don't I don't imagine it. You know what I mean? Like I don't foresee that. And I've long since given up on thinking things are hopeless. I remember my Uncle Lon used to say, there's nothing is ever, there's always a way. Do you know what I mean? Like there's always a way through things. And that has stayed with me. When I was, he told me that when I was a college student. Because I used to be like, oh, everything felt like the end. Everything just felt like so final. And he was like, no, no, no. No, no, no. And so, and then in my life, I learned to pay attention to when that is absolutely not true. Like nothing is ever final. Like there's something to be said when one door opens, another door, when one door closes, another door opens. Yes, you know. And I do believe that when you meet people who are angry, you meet them with kindness, that it does something to you, not necessarily to them. Because people who are resolved in anger, they have to go work that out. Their misery. Yeah, and I know, listen, let me tell you something. I know a lot of miserable people who walk into a room and people bristle. Walk into a room and people bristle. Listen, I got sorrows who walk into rooms and people bristle. And not because they're glad to see them, but they know it's going to be some foolishness is going to ensue. I'm not talking out of turn. I know a lot of places and people like this that people show up and it's going to just be drama, you know, or an edginess that does not need to be there, an annoyance. you know, an annoyance just wild. And so it is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. So well, I mean, listen, ah. So yeah, Harry, thank you for doing this. Let me see if they show up at 10:15. Uh somebody will Molly will send me a message. I haven't gotten one yet. But I don't know if she's what is going on here? I tell you, all my little devices are just doing their own thing. Yeah. I think we just spoke on Monday, so yeah, so today's only Wednesday. So hopefully they'll be able to come on. I can tell you who they are. We'll see. And tomorrow, then, so this is the weird part. You get to Wednesday. Tuesday felt like a whole week. Then you get to the day, which is the middle of the week. And then you get to uh tomorrow and then the weekend. And then it's the weekend. It's the weekend. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we start all over again, you know. We start all over again. The good thing is next week is Thanksgiving and we'll all be thankful and joyous and it'll be fun and we'll we'll have some peace and quiet, some downtime. I need to run over and order me some pies. I'm leaning toward Catalina's. because they put up their post about pies for Thanksgiving, and I messaged them on Instagram like, are y'all doing vegan or dairy free pecan pie? And they're like, I think so. So I'm gonna go buy there. If they can, I'm gonna buy one. But if not, I know Edge of the Woods is doing pies. So, but I like Catalina. But if they're doing them and I could order some pies, then I could just be done with not. Then I could just like, I'm not making any pies. I had, you heard me last week. Oh, I want to make this pie and this pie and this pie. No, I don't want to make any pies. I want to buy pies because the time that it takes for me to make a pie would just get on my nerves. So I might just buy pies and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna figure it out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, there's a meeting oh, it's in person? Oh no, I'm not going. I can't make that. I don't want to go to an in-person meeting. I was just at a meeting last night. I was at the Wilson Library, Cortland Wilson Library in the Hill last night. I forgot how that is a very on and popping library. They are out there doing the work. And they were open to like it was like 8 o'clock or something when we left out of there. And they had people in there and I mean that's a very utilized library, which is really, really nice. So I was very impressed. They had lots of parking, so you could park. They have a community space downstairs. Longworth Theater, we had our meeting down there, and then some other group was having a meeting in another space. I mean, it was buzzing. It's like this is what I like to see in a library, particularly in a busy neighborhood, in a busy community. I was impressed. So, high five, Wilson Library. High five. And I hear the DMV is holding space downtown at the library. So if you need to get your driver's license renewed and all the things that you have to do with at the DMV, instead of going wherever you go downtown to the library. I am renewing my driver's license in May. I'm renewing my driver's license in May, which is okay. Because what do you renew your license every 10 years or something? It's like, oh, so it's that time, So I gotta order some new glasses. Although I didn't have these glasses on. I had my other glasses on. So now I need to renew I need to get some new glasses. Which I know I need to do anyway. Like that's not news. I just need to do it, I just need to do it. And I am. I am. I'm gonna go and order some glasses. What are you gonna do? 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 So anyway, uh, the library was nice. Although that added to my tiredness yesterday. That added to it. It's like okay. There is something going on that I wanted to announce. Let me see. Uh, uh, Attorney General William Tong is going to be Attorney General William Tong, the Connecticut Attorney General William Tong, is going to be doing a topic, Living Through a Trump Administration, on Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 26th, at 6 p.m. at the Thornton Wilder Auditorium at the Miller Memorial Library on Dixwell Avenue. That's Hamden. I used to go to that library all the time with my kids, too. It's going to be hosted by the Hamden Progressive Action Network. And it's an in-person event. So if you're having concerns about how to navigate these immigrant waters when this Trump administration steps into power, you might want to get a a heads up. You might want to get some tools to walk you through, to prepare. And I know groups and organizations that work with immigrants are preparing themselves as we speak. As we speak, they're preparing themselves and getting themselves ready uh, for what is to come. And and that is quite challenging to think about. Uh, and listen, folks are going to be the level of craziness. And I think people think, oh, it won't be that bad. It won't. I I I I believe what people tell me. When they say this is what they're going to do, I believe them. I they don't have any these people don't have any they have no reason not to we have no reason not to take them at their word. None. So uh I think we all have to bone up on what we need to do. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just putting the boxes in.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is going
Dragon stuff.
I I hear a lot of heavy breathing behind the screen. I'm like, what is going on? Ah, I just like a lot is going on, child. I was like, ooh, oh Lord have mercy. You know, it's a lot going on. So everybody's been making their way over to the vegan ice cream, or the frozen dessert shop. Now I got to get over there. I was gonna go over there yesterday. I was like, Paul, meet me over there. Let's go get some frozen dessert. Which is fine because you know what I'll do. Let me tell you how you do this because it's on Whitney Avenue, right? I believe it's on Whitney Avenue. I believe this is on Whitney Avenue, and I believe it's like, uh, oh, Paul, you already went? Damn it! And you didn't call me to meet you? Lord have mercy. Paul's like, I ain't waiting for you, Babs. I'm going. So they're on 2 Whitney Avenue. So let me tell you how I would play this because this is what I would do. I would go to Catalina's and get those divine vegan brownies. They make the best vegan brownies I've ever had. You get you a vegan brownie from Catalina's, and then you walk your butt back down the street to the frozen dessert shop, and you get your frozen dessert of choice, ice cream. You get it of choice, and then you put it on top of that, and woo-ha! So just saying. I can't wait now I feel compelled to go over there today. That's my, you know, I'll have to get myself over there. And so yeah. Oh, so it's on the same side. So you just walk yourself. This one I'm gonna tell you, trust me. Go to Catalina's and get you a vegan brownie. Walk yourself up to the vegan frozen dessert shop, and then you make you a brownie a la mode vegan. Thank me later. Thank me later. Thank me now if you want. I'm just telling you what to do. Ah, 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 you know. So, what do you mean? How do you have frozen desserts with no sugar in it? You know what, City Yankee? Go sit down. Then this is not for you. Go get something else. Drink some water. You know what? You know what you could do? Freeze some ice. Suck on that. There's no sugar in ice. So I'm gonna make my way over there because now I gotta go. Oh, great article, Paul. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there. I can't wait. Let me see what they got. Because, for somebody like me, this is like a godsend. This is like a godsend. It's like a godsend. Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. That's all right. I know she will. Okay. Uh, that's fine. Yes. Anyway, whatever the help will be fine. Whatever it is I'm grateful. So anyway, all listen, it all works because whatever it's gonna be, whatever the additional help is, it'll probably be, you know what, you know. Uh I still hadn't heard back from my peoples yet, so I'm hoping that they got the message. So I think you know, anyway, I'm gonna go with that. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I'm just checking my emails to see because people are work now, and I might have to. They might just pop on because they got the message. And there's been this thing. I don't know if this happens to other people that my emails don't land when they land. Sometimes they land later than when they were sent. Do you know what I mean? So, because that's what happened yesterday. Because I check my emails regularly, and for whatever reasons. And it might have been because I was not near uh, a Wi-Fi. And so things don't download because there's no Wi-Fi. And then when I get somewhere Wi-Fi, it all sort of jumps off. So yeah, so I'm thinking about that, you know. So we'll see. Interesting. I'll figure it out, you know. So I'm just you know, to support us, so do you know now when you text, you've got the ability to go in and edit? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I like that. I mean, you can't you got to do it within like quickly. You can't like go back and edit it over a period of time, but I kind of like that because this AI spell check mess, it's always anticipating what you want to say, or at least it does to me, and I cannot stand it. No, that's not what I want to say. I want to say this. No, I wasn't trying to say whatever. And it's always changing black folks' name. Like I'll write in somebody's name and they'll be like, you must mean this. No, I do not mean that. I mean this. And so that is daunting. That's just it's just uh more evidence that whiteness just is everywhere. White supremacy is everywhere. White supremacy is everywhere. That's just more proof of that. So yeah, I started taking vitamin D. Um, I already started taking magnesium, thorate, theriorate, and glycinate, and taurate. I got uh, it's like a mixture of the magnesiums. And then I started adding B12. And then I just started adding D3, vitamin D3. Um, it's amazing how much you need that your body needs is not getting. And uh now I have to step up those fish oil pills. And, and so every time I have to take a pill or whatever, I started looking up when's the best time of day to take them. And I was on prescription. I'm on prescription medication for blood pressure. And I was taking this blood pressure medicine. I just like arbitrary. I just happened to look it up. Like, when's a good time to take this? And it was like the best time to take it is at night. I've been taking this pill in the morning for like ever. And they were like, no, you take it at night. And I see the difference in taking it at night. I do. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it at night. So I have medicine I take at night, vitamins I take at night, vitamins I take in the morning. It's not like a whole bunch. Like it's not, I'm not pilled up. And we actually been repealing pills. My cardiologist has been very pleased with my blood pressure, and he's like, I might want to roll you back from some stuff again. Because I take two pills for blood pressure. No, I take a statin. I take a statin, and I take a pill for blood pressure, hydrochlorothiazide, and yeah, a lorsatin. I take a lorsatin and a hydrochlorothiazide, but I only take half of it. And the hydrochlorothiazide is a very tiny, tiny pill. I have a pill splitter because that mess, uh, it just, uh, it's a very, very tiny pill. And so you cut it in half. So I have a pill splitter. And if, I'm not careful, I drop these things and whatever. So yeah, so I'm on lorsatin that treats high blood pressure. So he might reduce that. So I haven't had any side effects. Just treats high blood pressure, which is nice. you know. Uh, yeah, well, I drink alcohol. I'm not pregnant, so there's that. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna call these folks. Maybe I'll check my messages one more time and see if they're coming on. But come back around, see what's happening, see who I have on. It's really the folks from Hartford Stage, A Christmas Carol, because it's Christmas season. It's time for all the Christmas shows. And people like to take their kids to see these beautiful, big musical kind of shows, and they're fun and they're great stories, and they stand the test of time. And families could do it as families. So I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.